Hi guys, it's Heidi from Triple Mint Dragon. Today we are doing the weekly reading for July 9th through 15th. With that being said, we will start with the overall card of the week and go through each individual day with one card. One card per individual day, excuse me. I do have an announcement. I'm getting a course ready for mediumship. I did have somebody on TikTok that I spoke with on like a live, not my live, but a different live, that was asking how to do mediumship, and I self-promoted and I was like, oh, I'll do a, I'll teach a course on it soon. So I will be teaching that course. It'll be a little bit towards the end of July, so trust that this course will get out there. I hope you guys like it. I do like mediumship. Ooh, that's too many cards. I do like mediumship. I think it's a very, very fun way to connect with spirit and also connect with ancestors, because they will have most of the teeth. Ooh, what happened here? Excuse me. What the heck? Okay, anyways, the overall card for this week. I wonder why these cards keep popping out. The Hierophant and the Two of Wands. Facing me, they're reversed. So if I were to flip them for you guys, it would be this way. I don't know if Spirit's being funny and they're like, oh, use these cards for like what's happening, what's going on. Because these cards I think we got for last week as well. So this week you might be hearing back from that institution, or this week you just might be hearing back from either a legal case or like a financial or health institution. In general, you just might be hearing back from a higher institution, be it work, education, health, or legal related. Okay, so with that said, we'll get started. July 9th, we have the Ten of Swords. Oh, I can see that. July 10th is the Magician. The 11th is the Fool. The 12th is the... I forgot what card that is. Three of Cups. Wow. My goodness. Three of Cups. The 13th is both the Temperance and the Two of Swords reversed. The 14th is the King of Cups reversed. And lastly, we have the Five of Wands. Who is by my feet? That is Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Okay, so we have that. As usual, for this month, we are using the Guardian Dragons and the Harmony Tarot deck. These are the two decks that we are using. So, your card from the Guardian Dragons for this week. This is something to be mindful of. This deck is usually used for like ideas that you should be aware of, like a particular word that you should be keeping in mind for the week. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm a little bit under the weather at the time of recording, so I do apologize. I keep hearing ginger tea, but I can't tell if it's because I have ginger tea right here or Spirit is saying to drink ginger tea during this week or eat ginger in any form. No Guardian Dragon for the week? Oh my goodness. I guess you don't have to focus on anything this week related to the Guardian Dragons. The Some of them want to pop out, but they're not falling out. I guess there's no Garden Dragon this week. There we go. You have the Cantaloupe Dragon, real line. So last week we had the Honeydew Dragon. The Honeydew, I believe, was Gratitude. So this week is Cantaloupe Dragon, real line. So if you, I will put this facing you. If you, I forgot. So if you've been practicing your gratitude last week, this week they might be telling you to realign with your desires, your focus. You have to realign your focus. Oops. Okay, and lastly we have the Harmony Tarot. There. It feels a little bit crowded, but I think it's because I have a bigger cup. So the Harmony Tarot is used for, the label on it is a deck for growth, healing, and self-care. So I personally don't know how to use this deck very well, mainly because I'm assuming I don't do enough self-care, hence why I have a difficult time reading for this deck. So I will be practicing with this deck a little bit more frequently, especially in the weekly readings and the monthly readings. Oh, I just forgot. I never recorded the oracle cards for the monthly reading. I'll catch up with that on August. Okay. Oh, you got 2 this week. Okay. 5 of Summer and La Lune. Okay, so these are the cards for the week of July 9th through 15th. So let me rearrange the camera so you can get a better view. And we will get started. So these 2 will be facing you for the entire reading until I get to them. With that said, let's get started. Overall, the energy that I'm seeing for this week, it's kind of like you rolling a stone for hours and hours. So you can take it in one of 2 ways. You rolling a stone up a hill, or you rolling a stone until it is completely round and perfectly round, so it's something that you can play with, kick around like a soccer ball. For some of you, it'll be the first one. For others, for the rest of you, it'll be the second one. So for some of you, it might be a good week. But for the rest of you, it might just be an iffy week. I'm trying to watch my cat here. Kitty, hey. Shh. Let me see what he wants. So with that said, July 9th, you might just be feeling very, very tired. You could feel very tired, or you could feel backstabbed. I'm hearing backstabbed, but it might just be, that's a little bit extreme, no? They might not be saying backstab, but you might just be not feeling your best. On the 10th, you have the Magician reversed. So you might be getting the effects of Monday coming in still, and it still might lead into here. So you might feel a little bit hopeless, a little bit like you can't really do anything, but this will come to pass throughout that day. You just need some time to really settle into what happened on Monday. Wednesday, we have the Fool. So like I said, for these past 2 days, you might just feel a little bit off, a little bit sad, but that's okay, because you are now in this Fool energy where you're not naive into what you're doing, but you have a fresh start to whatever the situation it is that occurred over here on Monday and Tuesday. So you have a fresh start. Thursday, I forgot what day that is, the 12th, I believe. You have the 3 of Cups. You can have a celebration. I see this as you, and you have a celebration with these 2 people, but you don't entirely feel connected to these 2 people. So I'm seeing an image of 3 people in a club but only one of them is not really like there. Like the lights are up but nobody's home type of situation. It's not that extreme, but it is something to be mindful of. Pick who you're going to hang out with for this day, and make sure that it's a good, healthy connection between you 2 or 3 or 5 or 20, however many people is in this group. So that way you don't feel like left out. You don't feel like, oh, also kind of ostracized a little bit. Just be mindful. You might also hear or see things related to pumpkins or grapes. Excuse me. They're really highlighting the pumpkin and grapes over here, so there could be themes related to fertility. If it's like fertile ground for starting something new, this would be the day to keep an eye out. Maybe not keep an eye out, but just keep it in the back of your mind, like in the back pocket. I believe this is Friday. You have the Temperance and the Two of Swords reversed. So you might feel, they're blending the 2 cards together, okay. So you might have a feeling, it's a mixed feeling of, yes, you understand exactly the reasoning for what happened earlier in this week, but it might also feel like, you don't have to be guarded, but it just feels kind of like, oh, I have choices, but which choices, either of these choices aren't really good for me. So it's okay. Just the recommendation for this day is to not get into your head too much. It'll be fine. It's just a day in passing. You'll be okay. Saturday, we have the King of Cups, but reversed. Usually when I see the King of Cups, it's a father figure. 9 times out of 10, usually when it pops up, it's usually some type of father figure or somebody that you consider a father figure. So you might have an interaction with somebody that you thought was a father figure, or you might have an interaction of somebody that gives off like fatherly vibes. They're really pointing out the crown. So as mentioned in the monthly reading, this day might also be a day where that crown chakra is like the most, I guess, the peak of that reading where it was read. So you'll want to be mindful of this day and make sure that you stay grounded. However grounding however grounding works best for you. And don't let things get too much into your head. You don't want to give everything power like that. They're not highlighting anything in that card. Okay. And lastly, we have, I believe this is Saturday, the 15th, the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands, the Saturday card looks a little bit chaotic, which is fine. I'm sorry, I have to keep an eye on my cat because he's in my window. Might be a little bit chaotic, might be something unexpected or new. In my case, having my cat be in this windowsill, one of the cats that literally never goes into the windowsill, he's now in this windowsill, so that's a new surprise for me. It could be something small like that. It could be like a friend group starting things up, getting crazy riled up or something. You can also be going out with your friends this weekend. I'm seeing an image of a lake or like a body of water, so you could be visiting friends and family, especially in regards to camping of some type or going to a park. This day might be the best day for you to ground, especially with all this activity going on. So before you get into this mess over here, you might want to ground first before you interact with all these people. Nobody's getting hit, as you will notice. Nobody's in pain, but it's just chaos. So let me scoot these guys out of the way, and let me get my cat out of the windowsill, and I will get to these. So I will need this guidebook for the Harmony Tarot because as I mentioned before, I'm not too familiar with this deck. But before we get here, I can start off with this. So the Kennel of Dragon Realign. For some of you, you might have to do some energy work. It'll be different for everybody, and especially in terms of how they work with energy. But they're highlighting right here with that movement of energy. Some of you might be into Feng Shui. Feng Shui, I believe? I think so. I think that's the one they're trying to say, Feng Shui. So you might have to do some realigning of either your furniture or just movement in your practice, be it yoga, be it exercise of any form or factor. They're asking you to realign and reconfigure how and when you do your energy work. They're also asking you to clean a little bit more this week, just to keep movement, keep the, what are they trying to say? Keep the flow of energy, or chi, they keep saying chi, keep the flow of chi in a positive state. You don't want whatever happens earlier or later on in this week to impact the blessings you'll be getting later on in the year. So just keep your cleaning and keep your movement in keep your cleaning and keep your movement in alignment with what's going on. They're showing me like a cauldron, a bubbling cauldron, but I think that's them showing me like, oh, you need to drink more water. So let me drink some more water. There's a song that they're playing. I don't remember the name of the song, but I'll look it up after this. And I'll put it in the editing section. But it goes, and I'm head over heels. Something, something, something. Oh, you're just wasting time. Something like that. I'll look up the name of the song, but I'm not sure if they're trying to warn you about what's happening in the week. Do not let the whatever happens in the beginning of the week to let it get into your head where you just essentially waste your time. Excuse me. My goodness, excuse me. Essentially where you're wasting time just mulling it over so much. It's a loss is a loss. It's okay. You just have to keep moving, keep trucking forward, you'll be fine. Okay, so 5 of Summer. Five of Summer, failure, loss. This card is a strong forecast of failure or loss. A relationship or situation that you have heavily invested in emotionally is coming to an end. Tension may have been building for a while with feelings of detachment, guilt, or denial. Some level of severance may be needed in order to restore balance. Now is the time to consider your own needs, but also try to recognize your own mistakes and limitations. It might be wise to think about seeking outside help as well as thinking about your own values and creating new goals. If you're confused, turn to divination or explore new aspects of education to benefit your future. As with many things, this setback is temporary and is making room for new positive circumstances. So like I said before, they're asking you to not dwell on this too much. It's okay. The same way that we have our wins, we will also have our losses. You win some, you lose some. Okay, 20, La Lune. Mystery of fortune, unpredictability, future changes. La Lune is a mystery. It is everything that you cannot see, that you cannot yet see, and holds secrets and unforeseen circumstances that are yet to come. This card indicates a change or something new, maybe an unexpected offer or gift, a new figure in your life, a puzzling situation, or a surprising change of heart. Confusion and fear of the unpredictable could hold you back from something great. Make your move and then embrace the changes to come. The moon is full of mystery, so gaining mental clarity and wisdom from it can be powerful. Moon meditation, charging crystals, and using them for positive guidance are useful now. Keep yourself grounded too. Good fortune is a greater positive. Good fortune is a greater positive if nurtured in a sustainable way. Enjoy this chance and be grateful. If you practice spirituality, honoring and giving thanks are important. Giving back can also return the deed, So take care of plants, family, friends, or pets, or give to charity. Look up at the moon and give your thanks, for she has served you for a reason. That's another card, sorry. So overall, the suggested guidance cards for the week. It's okay if you have losses. It's also okay if you don't know what's going on. There's some unpredictability for the week, and that's okay. Everything will have its ebb and flow. So you'll be fine. You might have to realign, especially in regards to what's going on with these two, which is why this ties into here. So, with that said, I hope you have a good rest of your week. If you feel your week is unpredictable, you're just gonna have to ride with the changes, ride with the flow, or go with the flow, excuse me. And I wish you the best of luck for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I don't believe I have any closing announcements. If I do, I'll probably make another video, or I'll just put a section in the end. So with that said, I will see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.